If an American that's fully vaccinated is exposed to COVID-19, they don't have to quarantine or get tested, according to these new recommendations under the Biden administration. The world's first space hotel is scheduled to open in 2027. This is a new thing that's been going on, and people want to get the conversation started that traveling to space may be sooner than you think. 317 young women were kidnapped from a Nigeria boarding school on Friday at 1 a.m. The militia came onto the grounds and started shooting and loading up women into vehicles. The second round of stimulus checks are on their way, but they won't be looking the same as they did during the first round. If you're a single adult, you'll be receiving $600. If you're a married couple, $1,200. And if you have a dependent child, $600 per child. Here's a recap of what went down on Capitol Hill. Rioters breached the congressional chambers and offices, which led to a lockdown. The rioters went toe-to-toe with officers and destroyed property. Well, it looks like Nick Cannon is returning to Wilds now. After publicly apologizing and educating himself with different leaders in the Jewish community, MTV said they want to invite him back. Security cameras in Australia caught this elderly woman attacking a thief. The man stole her purse and decided to run. She ran after him. About half a block, she grabbed him by the shoulders and tackled him down. So in that moment, when you're experiencing all that, putting on the hood and just moving so fast in that motion, what were you feeling? Were you fearful? Were you just going in the motion of it all, just trying to protect yourself? What was going through your mind?
It's interesting because sort of like time freezes for a second, and you really don't realize what's going on until you take a step back and you're like, wait a minute, like I'm supposed to be working in the most secure place, one of the most secure places in our country. And it all felt so surreal, and I still don't think I've processed it.
Look into the vaccine, or maybe just consider it for the well-being of themselves and others around.
So we are in the middle of a pandemic. We do know that the virus can cause a lot of medical problems, even long-term problems. So far, this virus has had 88 million cases worldwide. It had 1.9 million deaths globally, and 365,000 deaths in the United States only. Only yesterday, there were 4,000 deaths. I mean, why would we take the risk of dealing with this virus when we have the opportunity to try to get a herd immunity, which takes minimum of 70% of the population to be vaccinated?
That's really important. Thank you for sharing your perspective and just that information too, because I think some people don't realize how serious this is until, it hits home. And then you don't want it to hit home too. You want it to just and take all precautions that you can. So can you tell us about your title and how does it feel to be Miss Capitol Hill?
So it honestly feels amazing. I competed in pageants when I was little. And
okay, so you're not new to this. You know this.
Well, I only competed in one, and then I stopped, sadly, because it just wasn't the right time. My parents didn't have the money. There was other issues I'll talk about a little later going on as well. So when I was watching this most recent year of the Miss USA pageant, every year I've watched and I've waited. Being a bigger girl, you never really see that representation, especially in the pageant world. So I was watching and I was like waiting for somebody who looked like me to be on that stage.